So there's a popular question I always end up asking myself. How did I get here? I don't know how I got here. I don't know why I'm here at this point. Well, I do know why I'm here. It's because I'm here to try and win a building competition, but that's not the point. Yeah, I entered a building competition. That's what this video is about. Anyway, yeah, I've entered a building competition and I have this plot of land. It's larger than I thought it would be, and I just got to start filling it. So, um, I guess step A is just covering it in grass or something. Well, that was an actual chore. It's been almost like 3 hours since I started working on this. And hey, I've got terrain. I mean, stepping back and looking at this thing, it's a 100 by 100, it's a 100 by 100, I can't speak. It is a 100 by 100 plot of land. And just getting this to be like that was just a pain. What I did is I came up the walls and I just made the wall as I went, and then came back through and filled it all in. One of the things that I'm predicting might be big overall in this competition is whenever you have an elevated area like this, just making it look like it's cut out of a map. Otherwise, if you just have it a bland, flat wall, like over here, you just have something like that. It's rather bland. It's still got the stone and the andesite and everything, so that helps make it less smooth. But when you have something like this going right in there, I mean, that adds another layer of depth to the sides of the walls. And it also gives me an opportunity to go inside the actual area and build a cave portion of the build. I got an amethyst geode over there. Of course, you never finish the sides, because why would you? But I think it's turned out pretty well for this first stage, and I hope the second stage is not terrible. So probably cut to a time lapse and actually build out the start of this thing beyond this hunk of land that now sits in the middle of building alley. So time lapse, go. Okay, I'm back. I did a little more than I showed on the time lapse because, I just it was kind of hard to build some of these houses at an angle. I'll put it that way. Um, off-camera building, we'll call it that. I can't really say off-camera mining in a building competition, so off-camera building it is. So in my time lapse, you probably saw me build a couple of these buildings along the main street, and that's probably about it. Maybe the big clock tower. I don't remember what I built on camera. But the whole idea so far is I'm getting a town. I built this river coming down, leading into the lake, and then probably a windmill over there, some more houses coming, and wheat fields. That's the current plan. So, more on what I was thinking of the town. I built this custom terrain hill because I wanted to kind of have a line of sight, specifically right here to the clock tower, where you can see the clock straight up the street, and it kind of just fills in as this mythical little street. I don't know if mythical is the right word. Cozy little street. And then this whole idea here, going having a tunnel through the clock tower. This is actually inspired. I don't remember what the town was, but I was just looking on Google Earth at just European villages and architecture, and I found this one village. I'm pretty sure it was in Germany. And as you kind of come up the street on the hill. Top of the hill, there's like a clock tower with a tunnel underneath it to another part of the town. And I thought that was cool, so I kind of emulated that with this building here. Moving on over here, the outskirts, some smaller houses. No interiors because I haven't got that yet. And over here, I started playing with the idea of wheat fields along the outskirts. So I'll probably emulate something like this over on the other side of the city. And I also played with trees. So I just made some custom trees. I'm going to try and fine tune these over time. That one was the first one, but they got better as time went on. And so I'm just going to play with that idea, and we're going to see how far that goes. So, I mean, time lapse, version 2, the second one, for real this time, go. All right. So the town is done. The fields are grown. A few interiors are done. Not all of them, though. And I'm just going to walk through what I've done so that we can move on and I can show you the next thing I want to do with this build. So I've built a whole town, as you saw, finished it off. Fields, a windmill, which we'll get more into that in a bit because some things happened. And I did some basic interior work. So just going through to start off, not all these interiors are finished, but I can show off what I've got. So if I come over here, just I went through, did some basic interior, laid down a carpet. Not every building has a carpet. Not every building has a book nook or whatever. Not every building has a kitchen, but you get the idea. And then I did custom beds. Not double thick, can't do a special carpet, but you get the point. So that's roughly what interiors throughout this build end up looking like. It's just similar thing. Not all of them are done right now. I've still got like 4 or 5 interiors to finish. I've got this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Yeah, 5. 5 interiors yet to finish, so that'll have to get done soon. Um, the window kind of has an interior right now. I mean, it does, minus this hole in the ground, which leads down to spooky ruins. This may or may not actually go anywhere. This may or may not get finished. This might just be something that you can see from out there, and it just afterglow effect. Because I might never finish this. So I've got that down here. Man, my underside of my build is not the best. Well, it's out of the viewer's eye, except for the fact that I just showed it to the viewer. So that's F3, not F5. So yeah, that's the up side of the build. Everything but all of the interiors are done. A few more finishing touches here and there, and we'll move on, and I'll update whenever that happens. But before that, not okay. I can't hit buttons. This windmill. I love it to death. I just went in and I built it. I built it around the actual windmill itself. So I built the thing first, and then I built the tower behind it. Yeah, I mean, I've got a fully landscaped upper build, um, completely covered. All these nice little stoned off, stone walled, custom stone walled wheat fields. Custom paths going throughout and the town. And actually, real quick, some views. I like this view right here, coming up through town. Just big tower. I also worked on a blacksmith shop, which I really like how this turned out inside, especially that. And especially that. That's like my favorite part of this area. But all else withheld, I guess I'm gonna get back to finishing these interiors before this competition inevitably wraps up and I haven't completed them. And we'll go from there. So back on camera with an update soon. And that soon is actually now for you all because you're watching this in post. So back on camera like now. Well, I lost. And it kind of sucks because I poured my heart into this 50 or so hours worth. But I'm pretty proud of what I made. I mean, I've got a full village. I've been put into survival mode because, the building competition's over. Don't know why. But hey, I still have my netherite hoe that was in my inventory, so that's cool. I learned a lot of things, like how to make better interiors and how to make houses work on angles. But, that's something I'll take away and use in the simp server. So I'd say this is a net benefit. I learned a lot, and, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I will say I'm very proud of some of my interiors here, like this armor shop. I like it. I love it. If I had invisible item frames, it'd be better. This piston in to make an armor stand, a helmet stand, I like doing that. And then this here, if you put a campfire under a magma block, it smokes. I didn't know that was a thing, but it probably has been a thing, and I just never noticed. So it's pretty cool. I mean, general building things. I've got a hotel, which is up there. I've got a blacksmith. I've got shops, and I was told at the end, if we were looking for best build, you'd be top 2. But if the thing is they weren't really judging for best build. They were judging more for which one they liked the most. So I'll take my win there. In the end, I just wasn't good enough to pull it out. I wasn't good enough to win. But, hey, you win some, you lose some. So, yeah, that's going to be the end of this little building competition, you know? Could have been better, could have been worse, but you win some, you lose some. If you enjoyed the video, please like it. If not, dislike it. I love dislikes. I eat those up. If you made it this far and you like the content, consider subscribing. And remember, I lost to a Rickroll.